Thanks for tuning into Evangelism Resources. Here's a book that I wanted to recommend. It's called The Gospel Blimp. It's quite a comical book. It's actually meant to be a bit of a comedy. And this book actually speaks about the crazy, convoluted ways in which people, with perhaps a good heart, desiring to propagate the Christian faith, find themselves caught up in massive projects which are supposedly forms of outreach, but actually basically just clog up their own schedule and actually make it even more difficult for people to both hear the gospel and to respond with faith. Because the the believer is so bound up in a program or a project or a big vision or a big dream and a big idea. In this case, in the book, it's called the Blimp. A gospel blimp where they're going to drop tracks into their neighbours' backyards. And all the efforts that are going into raising the funds and developing this whole project mean that no one's available for their neighbours to even reach out in love. And so it advocates in a kind of in a parody our availability for people, that we actually have enough space and time in our schedule to actually make room in our hearts and lives for our neighbours, to offer them hospitality, offer them our lives, to offer room in our lives for other people, rather than to be caught up in project after project and busyness. I do advocate this book. It's an easy read, it's a fun read, but it makes a very, very important point. To ensure that our lives are open to the outsiders and that we have space in our lives for the outsider.